So, hey,
Hello, good morning.
Sunday morning.
Oh no, it's Monday.
Yeah, that's a different song.
Here we are,
Here we are,
wherever it is that we landed.
Yeah, it was a nice, 3 days that we drove and stayed in different really cool places and long drive. But, we've been here now we arrived on Wednesday, so we've been here for a while.
Yeah, the last video that I did was on the way to, I don't know, I was on the way
We were on the way
to here.
Yeah, that was the last day of the drive.
Yeah.
And here we are. But still not in our permanent abode. We're staying at a Airbnb.
Yeah, it's nice Airbnb. The bed's really comfortable.
Oh my gosh, is it ever?
Can't believe how uncomfortable I had been coming here, having the air conditioning, the temperature, regulated, and not having to deal with being hot and it's like
hot and then smoky because of the fire, so you couldn't really open windows, and it was just not a good situation. And the bed was definitely not a comfortable bed at all over there. And
I wouldn't have even known until it's like you don't know you're sleeping on a bed of nails until you find a real mattress to sleep on.
I know.
But
well, the fifth wheel mattress that we have was really good.
That was the best one.
Yeah, that was like really, really comfortable.
Yeah, because we got that
foam top thing that was really
topper.
Good. Yeah, that was like butter.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been just kind of hanging low this week and just trying to get our lives together.
Yeah, just getting acclimated again to living out of Washington and having just a different environment to navigate through and stuff. And
let's see if I can put it this way.
Just how nice it is to be in a place that I guess it just doesn't feel as claustrophobic here in a sense.
Gosh, yeah, a lot more comfortable, way more comfortable. But yeah, it's just all the moves. I mean, it's been so many moves since you and I have been together. It's just non-stop, back and forth, and so looking forward to finally settling. And enough of the here, there, everywhere.
Settling? What is that? We haven't known what settling is. We've known what it is to, kind of hang a hat, for. I mean, at one point we were settled for like a year and a half, I guess. Yeah. Is that the longest?
I think that's the longest we've stayed put. Was a year and a half.
Well, we were in Florida also.
That was for a year.
Almost 3 months or something.
Yeah, 3 months there.
But it's nice to be at a place in life where we're finally just kind of like saying, okay, enough is enough. We're just gonna stop, stay, set up our home, and live, and just relax.
Definitely so. But yeah, and there's a lot that the past 6 years has taught us. A lot that we've learned from dealing with many of our issues and childhood traumas and religious battering, because that's the word that best describes being raised and all that. So the time for healing and removing things in life that doesn't serve a purpose.
Yeah, just understanding how much those things from our past do trigger the present moment activities and things that take place. It's like, wow, I didn't know I was that way, but oh, it was because of this that happened back when. And it's like, yeah, it's really, it's challenging, but I think it's time to really uncork some of the things that, we both, had to deal with and, in our lives and everything. I just feel like, here in this new period in time and stuff, that it would have been nice to be more open with our viewers, but given all the backlash that we've suffered with and dealt with, we just don't feel like I just feel like it's kind of handcuffing to even have a conversation.
Oh, I know. And it's almost like you can't be truthful anymore or totally upfront with everything, because there are people out there that, can create damage and they want to. So it's best that.
We still have people that are commenting on, like, they're digging back into like old videos. Like Mark did a video, years ago, like a music video or something, and it's something about, can we all just get along? I think it was.
It was a song.
And someone actually took the time to go back in that library to flag it and to say something negative, and it's like, what in the world?
I know.
It's just, there's a time, we were really adamant last year and kind of frustrated with the situation politically going on around the country, leading up to the presidential election and everything, where we felt very opinionated in one direction, and now it's like a whole year later, and it's like that opinion that we had is like not even the same anymore. It's like I would have been frustrated seeing the flag flying around with the trucks and stuff, associated with that one president. But now I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, because what we're seeing, that there's a lot of of our freedoms being taken away, all for our protection. And I definitely don't want to live in a world that, in order to protect the weak, and the people that have no immunity, no backbone or whatever, the rest of the country has to cater to that. And that's not what America was built on.
And you really can't even talk.
No.
You can't even talk. There's literally a bunch of channels that have been taken down, literally, recently, over issues that it's like freedom of speech is not even a thing anymore.
Or freedom of your own body and what you put in or not put in your body. Or even discussing it, creates an issue. And so these big corporations are caving to, the demands of others. And it's just like, when I started a YouTube channel in 2006, the creators ruled the channels. Our content was considered gold. If it wasn't for our content, advertisers wouldn't be able to advertise, and all the things of that nature. But since Google bought YouTube, there's been many changes, and not for the better.
And there's only, it's been very commercialized.
Oh, extremely.
People that are, really successful on it partner with corporations.
Yeah, exactly.
In order to get, and this video is being sponsored by
blah,
so and
blah.
so, you know, and we use it, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's no different than
it's
regular television. I mean, advertisers and corporations rule the planet.
yeah.
You know, and that's pretty sad because there's going to come a time where people are going to say, why did we allow this to happen? You know, all our freedoms have been taken away.
Yeah, it's kind of like taken over, you know, and the policing that goes on these social media sites is very corporate driven. It's like, oh, the sponsors don't like the content, so we don't want these sponsors to lose money.
Right.
So if your content isn't found to be something that the sponsors want to participate with, then we won't allow it. Right.
And then there's only one way, or the highway, and that's wrong because many people have different ways of thinking, believing, and doing, and we all need to learn how to coexist instead of just one world way of being, you know.
And I think
it's
that,
scary.
you know, that the line that's drawn is that if it's offensive to one, then none of you need to hear it, you know. And it's like, where does the line get drawn for what can be said and what can't be said? Because what ends up happening is that if they make the line so shallow, then nobody can say anything. And that's what this
is what's happening.
Forum is turning into. This whole medium of communication is turning into, is like, okay, well, you can't say things, so we're going to have you, you know, the people that still are surviving here on YouTube are literally coding everything they have to say so that it escapes algorithms' attention.
Exactly.
And
I don't know about anybody, but that's not the kind of world that I want to live in, that there's just one way or the highway, and people don't have the ability to speak their minds and say what they feel about things, and all, again, to cater to the weak-minded and the weak-bodied. And those are the people that are trying to, I mean, how has this world been how it's been? Survival of the fittest, not survival of the weakest. But things are turning around so that the weakest dominate the strong, and that's messed up.
Yeah, and the concept of, like, what is it that one person can say, even if it offends others, that would be considered free speech, and allowing a person to, you know, give their opinion, you know, without feeling like, oh, I can't say it because, you know, I'm going to offend
other people.
Yeah. It's like, you know, the vegan meat eater or carnivore argument, you know. It's like, oh no, my way's better. Oh no, my way's better. And then before you know it, the people that are winning the arguments are the ones that are being driven by corporations and stuff. And, you know, you see this mass proliferation of, hey, we need to sustain the planet, so we need to not tax, you know, the wildlife, and, you know, we need to go back to what, you know, grows on the planet and eating those foods. And then, you know, things that are advertised are then pushed into the consciousness of the people.
Hive mind.
It's like, you know, and next thing you know, there's tons of vegan alternatives, and we used to be very vegan, right? We used to promote veganism and everything. But when you come to realize that so much of what's vegan is corporate driven, right? It's like, you know, these big corporations, you know, they could be still like, I mean, they're promoting health, but then they're promoting all this fake food, right?
And using
we were eating a lot of fake food.
Yeah, and a lot of seed oils that, you know, according to the research, is not very good for you. But the thing is, this whole fitness, nutritional propaganda, you don't know who to believe or not to believe anymore. And they really don't want to give you the truth on what's healthy and what's not healthy. So, you know, it's
I mean, on
So
the
it's
one
like,
hand, you have people saying you need to eat bacon.
yeah,
Bacon's like a health food.
right.
You know, oh, if you need crunch, why don't you eat pork rinds?
Yeah, no.
You know, and the other one's like, no, 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 that's, you know, you can't do that. That's going to clog your arteries. And then going on the whole, you know, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and everything else. And then oxalates.
Oxalate, and what's the other one? Lectins.
Lectins.
So it's like, who do you believe and what do you eat? I mean, it gets to the point you get so confused, you know. In the meantime, we're all getting sick. You know, more and more people are getting all sorts of different disorders and things, and not just biologically or your physical body, but also your mental state. And it's just like, when is enough going to be enough? You know, when are we going to live by truth?
There's like this couple that we watch on YouTube that we followed. They, you know, Vanners and everything, that, you know, during the pandemic they decided to convert their to buy a cabin. A bunch of them actually went and bought properties to turn it into do-it-yourself channels because they couldn't be on the road anymore. And I understand, you know, the laws of, you know, wanting to keep your channel going and everything, but the woman that was on the channel with her boyfriend, she's getting cancer and she's vegan. And she's eating everything that supposedly healthy, but she's getting like some kind of form of breast cancer.
And some other guy had some skin cancer on his head, and they're all just like. And the other one that we saw yesterday had some lymphatic cancer or something. And
oh yeah,
I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like, what are they saying? 1 out of 3. I think now it's 1 out of 2 individual will get cancer of some sort. And it's, you know, I don't understand what's going on with humanity and society. And it's just very disheartening and just, I can't even find the words.
I think it's the toxicity of society itself and what is being promoted these days, which is lots of fear, lots of like issues that go to stir up people and to get people in this hive-minded fight or flight mode, you know.
And also the constant stress of wanting to keep up with the Joneses. You know, I think, look at yesterday, that couple that had all these contracts with different companies, and they were traveling and doing traveling vlog videos and making lots of money. The relationship suffered. And, you know, they had to go to therapy and everything else. And it's like, so too much is not good either, you know? I mean, it's like, we're living in a world where everybody, I want, and that causes problems as well.
And it's also the concept of like, nothing's ever enough. It's like, you know, we're dealing with that right now, with the sense of like where we should live and everything, and what's going to be enough for us, what's necessary, and what's a want, you know. And you know, it's like that line, you know, like when we watched that couple yesterday talking about their marital issues and relationship issues when they had been traveling, sponsored, like you were just talking about, but how there's this restless bug that people have, that they're never satisfied.
And they're bored.
And they get bored.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we've been traveling the world, but you know, we wanted to do a different kind of video because now we're bored of that. So we have to do even more extreme stuff, you know. And it's like, especially, you know, these days where people's attention gets shifted in a New York minute, you know. It's like,
and then you got this other used to be van couple who bought a cabin, bought a land, and they've been building their own home, and she's pregnant. You know, do you think that baby, with all that chemical and all that stress of building a home, is going to come out healthy? I mean, it's just like putting strain and stress in their relationship, and all to make money out of YouTube.
It's
just crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen in the world, you know. I just know that I just want peace, tranquility, and being grateful for what we do have, you know.
For sure. Keeping things simple and not expecting too much out of life, not demanding too much out of life, but
Exactly.
you know, like that woman that had the scare with her husband recently with skin cancer and stuff, that they traveled all around the world and stuff. They never really thought about their health necessarily. It was just a given. But after this scare, they said they're going to be a lot more, you know, appreciative of
Health.
being healthy.
Because that's all you really have. When you don't have health, you don't have anything. You really don't. And learning to take care of yourself, whatever plan you decide to eat, whether it's vegan or whether it's, you know, meat-based, whatever it is, you know, a good balance. And listen to your body. Your body will let you know what it needs. You know, these fad diets that are out there and these way of eating to protect the animals and not yourself. And, you know, it's like you need to start taking care of yourself. You're an animal too, you know, and it requires certain things, you know. So
Yeah, and we can't really stress enough how much it's important to look at those simple things, which is your physical well-being.
that is most important. Because if you don't have well-being physically and mentally, you have nothing. Doesn't matter how much money you make. Doesn't matter how much traveling you do. If you're not healthy, you're not going to enjoy any of it. You know. So speaking about health, we're going to go for a walk.
Yes.
Yeah, and then because it's been so long since we walked, and you know where we were staying at, it's just not conducive.
No, lots of traffic, fast cars going by.
Yeah.
You know, and there's only one road that went up and down. Yeah. But here, we have options.
Lots of options. So yeah, you know, as time progresses, we might report a little bit more, but not yet. And always keeping our location. I don't know if we're gonna really say what we are, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, guys. Hope you all are doing well. Take care and have a great Sunday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.